Hi everybody. I have a really serious topic. I was watching CSI Miami yesterday, and it was this guy on there. He was okay. This is how I'm going to explain it. It was this guy. He called the police, and he told the police that he basically called the police on himself, and then he said that he was calling them because he didn't want to do anything. He didn't want to rape his little brother, right? So I mean, how can I explain? His brother said that he raped him already. His brother was like 4. He's like 4 or 5. And okay, to make a long story short, throughout the throughout the show, they were like comparing pedophilia, I think that's how you say it. Being a pedophile, they was comparing being a pedophile to homosexuality. Okay, what I want to know is like, do people think that people can be born with the attraction to small children? Because throughout this show, like he was saying that he couldn't help it, the urges and all the stuff, and then he basically said um like 10 years ago it was like bad to be homosexual, and now people are saying that it's a known fact now. Psycholo- Psychologists have basically told everyone that being a homosexual, you're born this way. Proven fact, done deal. Whoever doesn't think that needs to go do their research. But yeah, so he was basically saying that if people can be born like in the same sex, how can people not be born with the attraction to small children? I think that personally, when you are a homosexual, you don't the person that you're with, be that man or woman, they give you consent. You consent to it. You consent to being with each other. A child cannot consent to being with a person that's 4 years old, a person that's 60 years old. Like a little child cannot consent to that. That's in my opinion. I don't think that that can even be compared, because being a homosexual, you and the other person, you agree to being together. The child does not agree. The child does not even consent to it. They don't know what you're doing. Basically, you're raping the child, and you think that that's okay because you think that you were born that way. Like I don't think that that's right. And there's more people who because I have a very open mind, and I sat there and I thought about this, and I'm like, maybe people could be born with attraction to small children, because it's a lot more things that people say that they're born with, like it's object sexuals, people who are born with attraction to objects, people not born, not people that are born, but people that have um attraction to objects. That people have, you know, they like a brush, like sexually like a brush. They can fall in love with. It was a lady that got married to the what was it, the Eiffel Tower. Her last name is Eiffel because she fell in love with that structure. She fell in love with the object. People say that they're born with the attraction to animals, zebras, monkeys, dogs, cats. Um, people say that they're born with an attraction to insects, everything. What I'm trying to say is like, do you think that people can be born with an attraction to small children, objects, animals, insects, everything else that people claim that you know, they're attracted to? Because I personally think that, and I'm not trying to rule anyone out about this, because I know how it is to have people say, you weren't born like that because of me being a lesbian. People say, oh, I'm not born like this or whatever. So I just think that you can't compare Okay, if you're attracted to objects, you're attracted to objects. That's perfectly fine to me. It's not perfectly fine, but it's like that's your life, you live it. But if it puts harm on another person or an animal for that matter, because I'm a big animal rights type of person, if it puts um a negative effect on a child or an animal, I think that it's wrong. What if that was your child? What if that was your child and a person is attracted to your child and they, rape your child? That wouldn't be right. If it was, your cat or dog and a person rapes your cat or dog, that would not be right to me. I think that people can very well be born with an attraction to small children. People can be born pedophiles, but as far as like that being that being a reason for them to have sex with little kids, I think that's morally wrong. Like, because it endangers the anybody know what I'm saying? It endangers the child. It's like, come on, dude. It's a 5-year old, and there's various stages of um being a pedophile. Like some pedophiles like children 3 to 5. Some pedophiles like children 8 to 10. Some pedophiles like infants. Some pedophiles like 3 months to a year. It's different types of people, different types of pedophiles, and different types of things that they like. And they say that they can't control these urges to have sex with small children. It's like YouTube. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about this, but this topic really had me thinking yesterday. I'm like, could people really be born with a attraction to a child? I don't know. With objects, it's like, okay, you're attracted to objects. I don't care, whether you have sex with the Eiffel Tower. That has nothing to do with me. But when it puts a child in danger, it's a whole different thing, because it's a child. It's not an object. It's not an insect. Even though insects, that'd be mean too. But yeah, I just want to know what everybody else thinks about this. I'm actually going to go. And the question was, do you think that people are born pedophiles? And do you think that, a little sidebar, do you think that being a pedophile should be compared to being a homosexual? Those are the questions. I'm going to actually go out, and they tell me that I can say what school I go to now. I go to Florida A&M University in Tallahassee, Florida. I'm actually from Chicago, and I came all the way down here for a good education. But I'm going to go through my campus, and I'm going to actually interview people and put it on YouTube and see what they think about this, and see how they feel about the whole situation. But really, what I'm asking for everybody else is to comment. Give me your opinion about the whole thing, and yeah. I personally, I don't know where I stand on the issue because for me being gay, I know that I was born this way, but it's like at the same time, I don't think that it's right to have sex with little children. I just don't, because I consent. Me and my girlfriend consent. I want to be with her, she wants to be with me. But if I'm with a child, how can they consent to that? You know. So just give me your opinion. Until then, I'm out.